The CRPF jawans in the Sukma Naxal attack from early this week did not receive air support for 24 hours as they lay there at the operation site, a delay which cost many jawans their lives. The Indian Airforce has told headlines today that the helicopters had been kept on standby for any such situation, but the choppers could not be deployed because there was no clarity on the kind of sanitization in the jungle area by the CRPF. The Indian Air Force had lost a chopper in a Maoist attack in January 2013, post which it had proposed that the state government build helipads with infrared lights in the jungle areas for choppers to land. Unfortunately, not a single such helipad has been built in the entire belt till date, probably resulting in the deaths of many CRPF jawans.
No, let me tell you, Indian Air Force is doing wonderful task in Chhattisgarh. They have been taking risks again and again. Quite a number of times the helicopter has been fired upon, but still they are moving. They are evacuating our people. Yes, in Chintagofa area, there is no facility for night landing. So in the morning, as soon as that area was sensitized, the injured jawan and even the bodies of martyrs have been evacuated.
And the last question.
Jugal Purohit, our correspondent, is in Chhattisgarh. He's been tracking this story very, very closely. He's spoken to some of the people who survived that terrible attack as well. Jugal, this is the other side of the story. The fact that the Indian Air Force failed to deploy its helicopters because of fears of the lack of sanitization of helipads or landing grounds, as had been agreed in the past as well. Why is this happening every single year, Jugal? We've been talking about this for years together. Here on Headlines Today, many, many months ago, you had done an exclusive report on the Indian Air Force's report, to the Defense Ministry and to the Home Ministry about how standard operating procedures are not being followed and it's unsafe for air crew to, sort of indulge in casualty evacuation procedures. Why do we still have to talk about it now?
Sense prescribed a certain few steps that the state administration and the police especially had to take towards ensuring that helicopters can come and take off without attracting much attention, much fire, and can keep doing their job like the way in which it was required this time, but it did not happen. Now the only reason why it did not happen is because the state administration has been unable to even do something as rudimentary as clearing a few trees and building a very, very elementary helipad of sorts. It's perhaps the easiest of things to actually make and fit it with infrared lighting. Now the Indian Air Force on one side has replaced all of its older helicopters, the Mi-17 1Vs, with the brand new Mi-17 V5s, with the only purpose that night flying capability can it has the capability and it can be used. Now the reason why it isn't being used is because there is no infrared lighting. It's a very basic equipment, as I understand, but the state has not moved further on that at all, Shiv.
Absolutely, they haven't moved at all, and I think that's almost as tragic as the incident itself. We're going to keep a track of that. Jugal continues to be in Chhattisgarh, and he will be bringing us the very latest on that developing story.